No, no, Jimmy, don't load that. Don't load that. That's the crap one.
Yeah, I know, but I'm loading with the enhanced ammo.
Yeah, with the good bullets, yes.
Because
just making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's all good. So, I reckon. Here's what I reckon. Let's make some more super bullets. Because no, that's a silly idea.
No, because we only got one healing. Make a super healing.
But I haven't got any hoops.
They will turn up.
But they will turn up. So, let's see. Is there anything else we need? No. Right.
Save and save them.
Save. Saving. Lab, swamp.
Ship. So we're on.
But what's underneath there, though? Anyway, let's go.
So now we're in a random salt mine. This has suddenly gone Resi 4. Not with the salt mine bit, but the fact that we're in a sort of countryside area.
What are you buying?
Yeah. I'm still fully expecting there to be at least a cameo from one of the... Oh no, standard dudes. Oh, fuck. Goodbye. Is it? Oh, they're a bit tougher.
Don't you worry, I have my miraculous, fabulous aiming.
To be fair, the aiming isn't very good, but that's been kind of the point, hasn't it? Because we don't know anything about Ethan, do we? We don't know what he does for a living.
He's a pillar. That is.
What? No.
evident.
Yes, no, we know that, but I doubt professional pillock is a paying job anywhere in the world anymore.
I don't know. Done me fine up until now.
Yes, but you're paid pillock who dresses up in a gimp suit for a living. So there is a bit.
Don't knock it until you've tried it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. No, you can't just get in the digger and run them over. I mean, as random as that boss fight with the car was, I don't think that's going to happen again. And now into the mines, because why the fuck not?
Nothing says fun like going underground.
Whilst monsters are roaming around.
God, the torch would be awfully handy around about now.
You turn it on, we're going to see fucking wombles in front of us or some shit. But we are underground, and we were overground. Give it time. I'll be wombling free.
Hello?
This is looking very well lit for 1890s technology. There be a bastard. There we go. Oh, but that's a trip mine.
Oh, yes. Fucking well spotted.
So just shoot little red lights. I don't think they're... No, because we tripped a few of them before Lucas turned into a blob. There's a herb. Now we can make super healy item.
Yes, and they were fucking nasty. I remember they did fucking heaps of damage.
Yeah, but they weren't insta-deaths, at least. There's no... fucking... There's a lot when we're not that... When the ooze dudes more surprise us and we're actually fucking scared of little red lights. Machine gun ammo, thank you. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, that's a pincery thing. Alright.
What you can do, Uzi Magoo, is fuck off.
Jesus.
This has got a nice big clip.
Giggity.
What's down tunnel number 1?
There's only one.
You know what? I wouldn't have minded so much with this darkness bullshit if we'd had this torch the whole time, because there's nothing fun about squinting to see if
what the fuck's going
what's
on?
going on.
Yeah.
Now, for you lot that are watching this at home, you aren't privy to the inner workings of the machine here, but we have a second screen so that we can see and monitor the recording process. Now, that screen is brighter than the screen I'm currently playing on, so it probably tells you a lot about the game design if I'm actually watching this on a smaller screen over the other side of the office than actually looking at the game, the main TV that I'm playing the game on, because I can't see where the fuck I'm going.
Yeah. And that's with the brightness settings done properly. I have checked those.
Yeah, I mean these are like how the guys reckon this game should be played is by basically stumbling around the dark, tripping over shit.
Yeah, because dark things are scary. Oh, minecarts. I reckon there's going to be. Look at that. Oh, I really do hate those fuckers.
Like, don't be wrong, if it was used effectively...
Oh, remote bomb, mate. You've literally just been given remote bombs. Oh, I wonder what we have to do. Really? Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, if we'd have gone up and done that straight away, we'd have got the fuckers. Run away! Run away! Run away! Oh yeah, of course, this bullshit. Kabim! Okay, not dead yet. Yeah, they are. Yeah, he's dead. Jesus fucking wept. Fuck it, he's no threat. We're not going back that way. Alright, so turn around, because we smashed open that bloody great big...
We did, but I get the feeling that's the right way.
And this bit now reminds me of the rolling rock bit from the original.
Which was so weird and out of place.
Oh, the entire game was weird and out of place. That was kind of the point. But they had the excuse that the Spencer Mansion was built for a mad billionaire by a mad architect. So shit was basically allowed to be bonkers. Also, it was the 60s, which was, as far as like retroactive explanations go, is one of the better ones, I think. No, that's enhanced bullets. You want to use the... Oh, Lucas, you absolute cunt monkey.
I really hope he's not still alive.
Well, I'm not sure what the hell was going on with that vision. If that was like, was there something? That's story, that's herb, that's herb. No. Okay, story time.
Thanks to you guys, it's been about a week since my head's been clear and back to normal, and she still thinks she's got me. You guys really need to get work fixing on that. Not only does she look like a little kid, but she's about as stupid as one too. Mom and Dad are still totally under though. I was wondering, is this whole family obsession something you guys programmed into her?
That's fucked up.
That bitch Mia is still somewhere between Evie La La Land and reality. She gets pretty violent, so I locked her up in her cell. I thought maybe Evelyn would be mad since Mia's got... since she's Mia's her favourite and all, but... doesn't seem to care. She actually goes and visits her sometimes. She thinks Mia's her mummy. Like I said, your bioweapon is fucked up. Yeah, this is going to be... I smell Umbrella. Like,
yeah.
Family obsession is getting out of hand. She is making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the street to add to her freak show of a family. Getting tired of Mia not coming around. It's a pain in the ass because I've got to clean up the mess whenever new one's coming along. Evie's looking sick. Skin's getting wrinkly and grey hairs. See, now that smells like Alma as well.
Yeah, it's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden. Which is about on the nose as, by the way, it was Granny all the time, as far as it can fucking get.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not subtle, like, even slightly.
I said it earlier, didn't we?
We did say it earlier. I bet Granny's...
episode that we haven't killed Granny, and Granny must be up to something.
Yeah, without a
and Granny was always around when shit was going down, but she never got involved.
No, and she fucking teleported, chair and all, didn't she?
She did.
The amount of times that it's like clearly like the monster hillbillies are not just quickly dragging Granny upstairs so she can sit there and just gaze in all senility at the random beady bloke that they probably got wandering around stuck like some poor sod. Infection report, which is too small to read.
Oh, god damn it.
This report details the symptoms that appears when the bacterium that grows inside of the E series infects a human. Be sure to read this document thoroughly before dealing with E series weaponized assets, hereafter referred to as mold. Oh, well, there's where mouldy comes from, at least. Initial infection. The mould ingests nutrients from the subject's body to propagate itself and slowly take over cells within the body. So it's a bit like the cordyceps thing, because it's fungus.
Yeah, a little.
As a side effect of this, the infected subject gains remarkable regenerative abilities. During experiments, we removed arms and legs from test subjects and found that they were able to collapse the amputated limbs in a matter of minutes when exceedingly pissed. Mid-stage infection. Once the mould reaches the brain, the subject's thoughts become in tune with those of the E-series asset. The subject starts to hear things and experience hallucinations and soon comes under complete control of the E-series asset. If this state continues, the host will lose all sense of ego. Complete infection. After every cell in the body has been taken over by the mould, the subject begins to lose their human form. Physical mutations differ from case to case, but all result in him or her requiring incredible physical strength. Containing a subject at this stage will be extremely difficult. Okay, so that's just how we've already guessed that the mould did turn up.
Right, so basically what it sounds things. You start off as someone under control.
Plagas, really,
a little
isn't
bit,
it?
yeah, but they start off fairly normal.
5 minutes. Oh yeah. Yep, this is lots of niceties. Very nice. Oh, hello. You look important. Target acquired. The fuck? E neurotoxin.
So it's a mold.
It's a mold killer. Oh, so shove the mysterious tube. And now you've created a specific cure killer thing for. This is the vaccine. This is like the vaccine in the lab from Resi 2. This is exactly what that is. E neurotoxin. So now we can kill Evie or Granny or whatever the fuck she is. By the way, death is going to turn up.
Oh, god damn it. Seven pages. This project was instigated in 2000 as one of several concepts for the company's NextBAS (Next Generation Experimental Battlefield Superiority) initiative, working with technical assistance from HCF to develop a bioweapon for neutralizing combatants en masse with minimal direct contact. They're called bombs! Oh my god! NextBAS was later folded and all of its assets diverted into this project. What makes this project even markedly different from conventional weapons is its ability to turn enemy combatants into allies, converting hostile elements into willing service. They don't seem like allies. They just seem like...
They seem like bloogie-woogie monsters.
Since this effectively eliminates the cost of not only POW handling, but combat itself, it's no wonder we had the Umbrella Corporation and even Albert Wesker's organisation chomping at the bit to get on board. Project would never have existed if it wasn't for the discovery in something of something, remarkably progressed Vicarian evolution fungus we commonly refer to as mutomycete.
So this is the exact same shit as happened with the flowers from 5, the Las Plagas from 4. What
was the thing called in 6? The C virus, where they turn it into like those cocoon monsters.
Yeah, no, that was the shit.
Or was that Ouroboros in 6?
No, Ouroboros was 5.
Oh no, 6 was the C virus with Ada Wong.
Yeah, well, some bullshit like that. But
fabrication method for each bioweapon was to induce a mutomycete genome to the pre-stage for human embryo and perform cultivation in a controlled environment over a period of 38 to 40 weeks. Resulting organisms referred to as candidate specimens and grade based on usability from the practical. Faulty series A through D is the perfect. Right, so all of these little fucking fetusy things are all previous
versions of
versions. Because the D series...
Failed, yeah. D series the D series which we found are dead kids.
And
E is like the first one which has worked.
Common appearance was selected for the bioweapons a roughly 10-year-old girl to ensure the bleeding. First E-series specimen, named Evelyn, has proven capable of secreting the mutomycete, something from her tissue at will. It is also of note that Evelyn's mutomycete imposes a profound control over the body and mind when introduced into a host organism. We still have a lot to learn about the mechanism in which Evelyn achieves and maintains this control, but the working theory is that the vector is similar to the auto-inducer pheromones used for quorum sensing in Pseudomonas bacteria. Oh god, Evelyn's control is exerted in a series of discrete stages, the first of which is hallucination. Almost immediately after infection, the subject begins to see images of Evelyn, though she is not there, in fact there, and even hear her voice, which is inaudible to anyone else. Any auditions with infected subjects throughout the stages of infection reveal that the first phantom Evelyn appears to be a normal young girl, sometimes desiring companionship or assistance. As time progresses, she begins making more and more extreme demands, including self-mutilation and attacks on other people. Psychological shock this induces helps break down the mind's neutral barriers and Evelyn's brainwashing effect. By the time the mental control is achieved, the mutinous site infection has progressed throughout the body's cells, so the body
fucks up.
Blanks. Okay, fantastic. Well, oh god!
I got it's
fucking.
It's right,
go on then.
Oh, I'll take this one. Okay, Evelyn's functions also include the ability to form organisms from micellar, the fungal filaments. This is a fucking reading episode, isn't it? The term organism is used loosely here. Strictly speaking, they are superorganisms formed of countless mycelia. What's important, though, is that they exhibit a strong survival instinct and will defend themselves ferociously with the slightest provocation. Their fungal toughness, not really a phrase I've expected to read, and remarkable strength in the significant battlefield potential. The researchers have been calling these superorganisms the moulded, made of mould and almost also moulded as in shape. The name has a certain elegance to it. Whose news is better?
It's far better.
Better.
It's got elegance to it. Fuck off, man, that writes these scripts. I came up with the name Mould. It's got a kind of elegance to it, because I did it. Dickhead.
Wanking himself alone in the office at night. For the treatment of accidental infection, performing on samples of Evelyn's body tissues produce a unique fungicidal serum. Administering the serum to infected subject will cause the mycelia to calcify, but if the subject's cells are already largely invaded, the serum will be fatal. Since the treatment window is so small, the serum's primary use is therefore disposal of infected subjects rather than a cure. In exploring the serum's potential, we found that subjecting it to would enhance its effects to extreme potency, become a compound we now call neurotoxin, which in even tiny amounts. What's been interesting to observe in Evelyn's behaviour is her obsession with the concept of family. In experiments, we found on multiple occasions that infected subjects were compelled to act as her mother or father, treating her as if she really were their daughter. What she said upon family is a theme for her mental control. This is just speculation, it could be that she instinctively understands that a family unit is better suited to blending into social groups than a lone girl. Okay. The other... though. Yeah. On the other hand, well, a sentimental sort might suggest she's making up for a perceived lack of love in a quarantine upbringing, a parent's love.
I mean, it's a good point. Like, a family makes, a family will blend into something, whereas if you see a little girl on her own, you are more likely to immediately jump to the conclusion that something's up.
Yeah.
Neuro rounds, eh?
That sounds fancy pants.
That sounds like something I inevitably will get caught in the crossfire of, and...
Oh, yes.
Right,
you'd be relatively good with not blowing yourself the fuck up.
Let's take the grenade launcher, and I'm going to go so far as to the Magnum.
Ooh. Well, reload the grenade launcher, and you'll have room to take some more Magnum rounds with you. I don't think we're at the finale yet. Okay, getting a bit descent. Not really liking how much Magnum is being thrown at us here.
I'm glad we bought that fucking Magnum. Don't care.
We got fucking Magnum. Actually, can you reload the Magnum? Because
it's full.
It is full now. Okay.
Yeah, 7 shots.
Alright.
Which I will never miss.
Well, when it comes time to use them, make sure you're literally walking up against the thing. Die. Oh, she's collapsing the mine on you. This would be a good time to get the fuck out. Yes, this is the runnings. Oh. Yep, just push them down. Push them to the floor and leg it.
The fungus among us.
You've been working on that since the fucking start of this, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh god, die!
There we go. Yep. It's a looper, but it gets us there. Oh, for fuck's sake. Did it?
No, it did not.
Oh, fucking... Remote... Oh, fuck. Have you got any more eating shit? Dude, they're right fucking behind you. Fuck.
That's alright.
The legging it tactic worked. Legging it tactic did work. You just got to shoot in the face, knock them down, just keep running, because well, you probably do have enough shit to get all of them. You definitely don't have enough to keep them going. You know, he blocks it, mate. He fully blocks it. You need to take him down.
What the fuck is getting me?
The liquor thing. Jesus Christmas.
Okay, so I am actually going to have to try and kill these guys because I can't kill him.
Neuro rounds can sometimes stop enemies moving for some time. Oh no! So keep the shotty and then switch over to the grenade launcher and neuro around the liquor and freeze it. Then it will give you time to get the other bastard. Just because I get the feeling that this is time, as in they will maybe not keep coming, but the fucking ceiling will fall in if we take too long. That sort of feeling, you know?
I don't know. I'm the opposite. I think that this isn't so much a timed thing as
just a battle arena. He's dead, and then there's a liquor. Okay. He dead. And boop. Boop. Oh, that worked. It's a dead end, but that's a yes. Old-fashioned game design. Fuck, machine gun, I guess. Shit. What do we have?
absolutely nothing really that I'm willing to shoot to lose just for some machine gun bullets.
Alright. He says immediately using all the machine gun bullets. Dude, oh, yeah. No, he did. His leg came off. That seems to kill him. Shit, my fuck. If you got the space, you might as well take it and reload it. The entire bit has reminded me more like bits from Fallout more than anything else. Oh, anything under the stairs? Yeah.
No, but there's a really nice looking torch just there.
That's going to be a puker, I bet. Yeah.
You are right.
Hide, 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 hide. Run up. Slap a couple down. Oh, there's two of them. He's alive.
Oh great, he can fucking puke through walls.
He's a big fucker. And now he has no legs. Now he has no nothing.
I also kind of get the feeling that whoever designed those vomiters kind of thought they were going to be a little bit more frightening than they were.
Yeah. It's just annoying.
It's
and
it's so
they are the
blatantly
boomers.
ripped off of what's it called?
Left 4 Dead, the Left 4 Dead boomers. But no, but that's the thing. It's not even a case of ripping out. They are the boomers for Left 4 Dead with a reskin. Alright, and... No, it's still going through the fucking salt mines, which we went down through for really no reason. I mean, I know we found the quote-unquote lab. It was really more for room. Oh, I'm sure nothing will jump at scare us here. Because I'm right. So where the feck are we?
Well, we are still absolutely fucking nowhere important. We've got the mind map, despite the fact that it's totally pointless at this stage.
Seeing as how we have just looked like we're just coming out of the goddamn mines. What was the grandma's chair in there? Grandma's buggered off. Oh, creepy doll. We didn't see that doll earlier, did we?
Hang about. This is downstairs.
Well, right back here. Remember from the beginning?
Hmm.
You know, the hidden door. And she got kidnapped. We decided to run away. So we...
Can we go through this way?
No, turn around. E00... No, this is going to be shit we've seen before.
But this we saw right back at the start, and I remember thinking, what did E101
Oh! So actually the game told us. We just had no idea what E001 was. We thought it was a bloody code or something. So I bet what we're going to do now is we're going to go up to Grandma's room and stab her in the face. Alright, well, right back here to... Oh, is that...
Don't think the phone's ringing.
No, it's just there as an interactable. DJ Sex Machine, homicide. Dead.
DJ Sex Machine?
Yeah, he's had an upgrade.
Well, it's funny, you know, back in the...
Oh yes. Oh, treasured memories with our loved ones.
That's it.
No, remember it's hallucinations. She's a fucking agent from the Matrix.
This is your fault.
Why am I seeing this?
Because you're infected.
Because you're infected, pal.
And fucked beyond belief.
Still nothing, still no fucking...
Bicycle in the bathtub.
Bicycle in the bathtub.
No, that was just a demo.
Right, now, there was treasure.
Oh, gold, yeah. Which we can't get to now. Didn't we get that already? No, that was it, because we found the photograph, and we commented about how we can't get back there now.
Yeah, and now we're back here, unless this is because I've triggered her.
No. Oh.
It's okay. It's okay, it's me.
No, this is hallucinations again.
Kill him, Mommy.
Oh, this is what she was seeing and hearing.
Yeah.
It fucking hurts! Does it want to be my daddy? Then he can die. Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
No, this is all one solid scripted sequence. You even got the weird filter on top. Nah. Yeah, this is the point where you just walk out the front door. Taking all this time to get back to the front door just so you can frickin' leave. No, there's no way in hell they'd let you do that. That'd be a bloody cool thing to let you do. But no, there's no way.
And then you just die after like 10 paces of like acute fungus poisoning.
You're gonna be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nice.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me! Leave me to die.
No, dude, hallucination.
Go back home.
Yeah. Maybe that was just like a little Easter egg. Or maybe you encounter a set number of times. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, because I don't think when I just got chainsawed, I don't think that hurt me.
No, because see the red vignette around the thing isn't there. Yeah, no, it's all just...
I mean, there is red there, but it's
probably from before.
It's a leftover from being damaged before.
Oh, 7-7, and the wibbliness has gone slightly. No, let's go the way the game is clearly pointing us to.
Well, I can't get down now anymore.
Oh fuck. That hurt. Oh, that was actually hurting you. There we go. And runny, runny, run. And... runny, 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 run.
Away from me! Stop! 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 No!
And death to Grandma. Oh no, I'm literally right.
Why does everyone hate me?
Because you kill them. Yeah. Oh, gross. What a world, what a world.
I don't feel like I've won.
I think we're about to see Birkin again. Hello, Birkin. How are you, me old mucker? No. I think this is a good old-fashioned just shoot the fucking thing until it dies.
Okay.
Oh! Didn't see that. You can see that it said it said retry and it said manage items.
I did see that.
Oh god, we've got to see this every single sodding time. Oh, that's unpleasant.
Melting old lady.
Sort of like avoid her as much as you shoot her, but avoid her as much as you can as well. See, shotgun and enhanced handgun ammo. Okay, so it's sort of aiming for the shotgun, I think. Reload, read the fuck load. Oh no, this feels like story. Possibly? We just got thrown clear through the frickin' sky. Oh. Clopters. And literally fucking Ouroboros. Can you guard those, maybe? Jesus Christmas.
I just wanted a family.
Oh, that would kill him. I don't care what he's been through and how much super first aid medicine he's drunk. That would kill him. Is that a rocket launcher? I don't know. Use it?
Use this!
The Albert one. Okay. This is going to be a super fuck you gun, isn't it?
Playtime's over.
Oh yeah, because see, she's going grey. That's what. I think you did it, Jim.
Right.
And now she is a tree. Sort of. I pity the poor fucker that had to sort that out to animate.
I think that might be it, mate.
I can't see an umbrella logo. Oh, don't just tell him. He shoots him in the face. Oh, is that Hunk? That'd be a cool little tie-in.
I'm Redfield.
Fuck!
I'm glad we found you.
That's Chris?
The fuck took you guys so long?
You never called them, you idiot. It's a fucking miracle they showed up in the first place.
But what? But there can't be another
Unless-
Redfield.
No,
sibling.
unless that's the...
Oh, and she's not dead. Good for
Unless
her.
that's, what would you call it? The BSAA?
I'm glad.
Is it the
Oh
Biohazard
yeah, the Biohazard
Standard Action
No, well, that can't
Association?
be. That can't be because Chris Redfield hasn't got biceps the size of people's faces.
Well, yeah.
And he didn't just. And they didn't just.
Oh no! That's an umbrella!
Did that sound?
I just saw that fucking chopper said umbrella.
Wait, so Chris Redfield is now working for Umbrella?
Maybe. I might have misread it, but definitely said
Fuck the
Not just
what?
for me. Me and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers. It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way.
Yeah, you're right.
But now Evelyn's dead.
It's not the Umbrella logo we know though.
Clean up the mess. I had just come to terms with losing Mia. But now she's back and wants to start over. Put all this behind us.
Dude, you are going to a prison for the rest of your life. At
Maybe
best.
this is where the next
Their toilets into the next Umbrella laboratory. If they land at Raccoon City, I'm going to piss myself laughing. Hey! Nice one, Jimmy boy. Oh. Now this is getting Jacob's ladder. Wesker?
Maybe.
Go tell Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody.
Oh, right.
Oh no, it's just the credits.
Just credity bits. But I mean, they did say there was that what's it called? That thing we found earlier that said like 16 years on.
Oh
Rebecca,
yeah, no, that
raccoon
flash of like
process.
16, 17 years after like Raccoon City. So this isn't like a total reboot. It is more sort of like a, and I suppose. But in that case, that just brings up the bigger question of why well, one, why is Umbrella still a thing? Secondly, what the fuck is Chris working with them? If that is supposed to be Redfield, as I said, I doubt that's another sibling. They just pulled out of the arsehole of whoever's writing this.
Unless BSAA has become the new Umbrella. because that was always the stupid thing with all the rest of this series was that
You're going to have to narrow that statement down a bit.
Umbrella just seemed to be all over the world as this giant corporation that just seemed to be above government and above everything. Do you know what I mean? Like it was less of a
bioweapons company.
Yeah, because I mean I know that big corporations are all over the world. You know, like Unilever and Monsanto and all these companies are worldwide, but they don't have their own private militaries and their own fucking ties to. You know, yeah, maybe they do, and I'm just naive, but I don't know. It just always weirded me out about that with the Umbrella Corporation. Like, how on earth? But then there was you know, oh fuck, I can't even think now.
No, it was like the whole thing. Like in the opening of Resi 4, it's like Umbrella got destroyed, not by. You know, basically people realising, you know, that actually they were making zombies for shits and giggles, but no, they got destroyed because of the stock market. That was it. That was the great fuck you to Umbrella. It wasn't any sort of great big climactic whatever. It's just like just some great big digging of dirt by the team, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Change a 1 to a 0, and you're fucked.
But then. Oh, I don't know.
So you were at the helm for the LP. What did you think? What did you think of the? You know how it played, how it felt? Because it was very, very different from the Resis we knew.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it was. Don't get me wrong, it was good. I enjoyed it, and I certainly think it is fucking the best Resident Evil recently that I've played by a long fucking margin, because even Revelations, which you lent me, the HD recently, the remaster one for the PlayStation 3, they all have this stink of the recent Resis about them.
You're trying to recapture 4. Trying to recapture 4's success.
Bonkers plots, the stupid you know, like semi-futuristic nonsense. Like, I mean, Revelations, for example, they build a floating solar-powered city.
Yeah.
And it's full of people, and then just Umbrella just decides to just destroy it and kill millions of people. And the world kind of just continues. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, no... people would take a notice. People would take a stand to a city of millions of people being just wiped off the map by essentially a fucking, you know, shampoo company. You know, I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah, see, Chris Redfield. Fuck, there he is.
Right there on screen, Chris fucking Redfield. So that's without a doubt that is him.
But
who apparently needed 5 people to voice him in Japan.
Well, yeah, but yeah, they all have this stink on them of ridiculous. Now, the first 3 were stupid and ridiculous.
But they ran with it. It was like a B movie.
But that was it.
Like, sort of thing. They embraced the silly.
If you've seen things like, Dawn of the Dead and, you know, those sorts of old school Romero zombie flicks, they were like that. They were crazy. You know, you had... you know, very sort of visceral up close, but also very cheesy and very camp and all that kind of stuff. And then, I don't know, 4... Everyone has this thing that 4 is the best one. But I don't know. I don't think 4 is as good as people say it is.
It's a damn good game, good, without a doubt.
But it's not... There are bits of it that just drag the fuck on for far too fucking long. You know, like they just keep going and going and going, and you just want to end up like, I mean, any of the sections where you have to look after that fucking girl. Just,
you mean most of the goddamn game?
Were aggravating as shit. And
the point with that is they fucking knew it, because there was that unlockable costume you could get for her.
Yeah, the
night suit, which means she literally ceased being an escort mission.
And then 5 was just awful. Like I don't think I have one good memory of 5, Because I remember I got the platinum achievement for it because it's what I do.
Yep.
And then was it with you?
We were
trying to do the professional playthrough,
we were trying to do the
and we
professional
could not
playthrough.
beat the Gigante with
the vehicle weapons section.
weapons.
It was fucking impossible.
Which, for those of you that haven't played it,
It's fucking impossible.
A is very difficult, but not for the reason you'd think. It's because it's just a timer. He's a bullet sponge, and then after, but you have to use this fucking machine gun in the back of the truck, despite the fact that you've got like rocket launchers and laser death weasels and all that sort of stuff. And then afterwards, he destroys the truck if you die. And you're like, okay, fair enough. But then when you kill him, he destroys the truck. So why is me having my truck destroyed now any different to me having my truck destroyed in a minute, when I could just get out, use the 2 infinite rocket launchers that we've got, and then keep going? And yeah, we never finished it. That was where we both threw in the towel. We were just like, no, fuck this. This is fucking pointless.
That was like 15. That was like 15 times. I think the only thing that's sort of come relatively close has been fucking Heart of Darkness. I don't know.
I completed Heart of Darkness. And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, because that was more a case of that was like repetitiveness. You sort of just had to get the right combination of button sequences to get through the screen. Whereas with Resi 5, it really was a case of it was just got to a point where it was fucking impossible.
And it stopped being fun.
Yeah, that's the important bit.
It stopped being fun, and that's all that's important. If it isn't fun, doesn't matter. And then 6. Now, if you play 6 nowadays, children, you'll get an option of all of the missions open to you immediately. Yep. Whereas, if you played it as you should have played it back in the day, you started off with the Leon campaign, you had to do the first mission in the Leon campaign, and then you got the choice of opening it up to do the other 2, as it was then, and then once you completed all of them, you then unlocked Ada, which kind of told you all of the other little intricacies of the plot. Because
the plot was all over the shop.
Yeah, because the plot was pointless. But then, they updated it so that you could just play as the Ada from the very get-go.
Yeah.
So it's like, here, have all of the cliff notes, but you'll still have to play through these other storylines and not care about any of the intrigue. But the first section of the Leon campaign with the zombies was spectacular.
The first two
chapters was brilliant.
Yep.
When you're back to the Resident Evil 5
you're basically was it Shady Pines or whatever that town was called?
Possibly, yeah.
Whatever, but basically absolutely not Raccoon City. Even though they literally went through the exact same scenario, even with going to a gun shop.
Yep. Absolutely.
Even with that, they still did the exact same thing again. But with the whole why was dying here not right, whereas dying over here was fine. It's like even Yahtzee has said the exact same thing. Thing about that, and it's a case of that sort of thing pulls you out of it. If it was literally a case of like, okay, the character needs to die in this area for the plot or whatever, just make it so that the player can't win. Don't make it so that they have to not win in a certain area.
Well, no, but
or
even
with a specific kind of way. Just say like, okay, well, the character gets shot and falls off a bridge. Okay, let the player walk over the bridge and then get shot, rather than sort of like have to fight their way onto the bridge, die on the bridge, and then they have to replay the section again. No, just have the fucking cutscene play,
or
have them fall off.
In the case of like Resi 5 and its Gigante fight, make it so that the fight is unwinnable.
Yeah,
because if he's going to destroy the truck anyway, just let him destroy the truck, and then you move on with the level.
Yeah.
Whereas, or make it so you have 2 options: you kill him with the truck, and you then get away, and you don't have to fight some more dudes. Or he destroys the truck, and you have to fight your way through a couple of baddies. Makes more sense, bit more, slightly better gameplay wise, and yeah. It took me so long. It took me so long to go through, and I did it myself. I didn't have help. I did it myself on professional with the awful AI partner who never shoots the guys that shoot you with the fucking arrows from over the side. And I did it, and then my brother asked me to help him, and I did it with him, and I could not do it with you. 15
Which probably
attempts.
says more about how shit I was being, more than anything else along those lines.
I don't know. Do yourself a disservice. But
I literally have hours of videotape evidence proving otherwise nowadays.
well, yeah.
Oh,
God bless the internet. Okay.
oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, he must have. Jesus fucking God! Because the problem is that ever since like Marvel started like popularizing the whole after credits scene. Oh, see, something changed. The whole after credits scene. Everyone now actually sits through fucking credits now, not actually paying any attention to other people's fucking names. So they just sit there waiting for the bloody end credit sequence to turn up.
But then, if I remember rightly, I have heard instances where people have left movie theatres really unhappy because there haven't been end credit sequences, and then that's the last thing they remember of a movie is the fact they didn't enjoy themselves.
Yeah, because there's no fucking ending sequence.
Oh, here we go.
There we are. Difficulty normal. Playtime 8 and a bit hours. Restarts 22. Mr. Everywhere. There were 20 of those bobbleheads. Okay.
Yep.
18 coins. Okay, missed a couple of files. What to do? Item box opened 63 times. Okay, that's a weird thing to track. Stabilizers used. Steroids used.
Well, steroids is the health. And
the health booster and the accuracy booster. Not too bad. Unlock difficulty madhouse. Oh, the Albert. Item the secret of defense. Okay. Oh. Additional free content, not a hero. Alright.
Coming spring 2017.
Well, that's now.
Well, we're in spring of 2017.
Where the fuck is it?
Dating this video, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Continue.
No, because that will bring you back to the boss fight.
Extra content.
Banned footage. That's probably fucking mercenaries. Yeah, those are. I've read those. Those are mini games. So I don't know what's banned footage. Have these been the things we've been going through? I'm not sure if they may be.
The pretties my little girl is giving me!
Holy shit, yeah, there's 4 extra bits.
Survive using guns, traps and skills. Escape using your wits. Play cards. Experience the beginning of the baker's tragic story. Not interested. Might as well end this in the room where I spent so much of this fucking game. Yeah.
But overall, Resi 7, as an experienced veteran, what would you say?
I would say, yeah, it's been a good laugh.
Good laugh.
Is it where I want the games? Is it where I want the series to continue going? I don't know.
Not too sure on that myself, mate.
I don't know. I think this is. If you think of the series like a night out, okay?
Yep.
The first ones is where you're just starting drinking. Your pre-game, you're gonna have a couple of beers before you go out, and then 4 is where your mate comes round, and he's brought more drink with him. Great,
including the weird shit you never brought yourself.
When you get 5 and 6, he's brought some of his mates round with him, who you don't really like, but they've also brought alcohol, and it's starting to make you feel a little bit rough. So. You've made it out, and then this one is, you've started doing tequila at the bar. One of 2 things is going to happen at this point. Either you keep doing tequila, and you end up, face down in a pile of your own sick in some really awful toilet somewhere, or you stop, you do something a little bit different, and your night continues on. I don't know. It's an awful analogy, it really is, but I don't know where this series really can go from this point. Is it I don't know. I think Resident Evil is done now. And I think this is enough of a last hurrah that they can.
They showed yes, we can still make a good Resident Evil game. We have to change pretty much everything that made them Resident Evil, but we can still do it. Well, Jimbo, thanks very much for this little experiment. I hope people have enjoyed putting up with the both of us rather than just me prattling on into the camera for once. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, let me have a know in the comments. I'll see if I can bribe this prat to come around again.
You never know.
Yeah, never know. Stranger things have happened. All right. Well, thanks very much, Broseph, for coming round.
Quite all right.
No worries, man. No worries indeed. Okay.
You lot, fuck off and do something productive.